Hello, YouTube. Alright, pause you. You out of here. Minimize you. Align you. There we go. Great way to start the video. Or live stream. Okay. I shall wait for people to get in here. Meanwhile, drink my water. So, anyone watching the VOD, make sure you skip ahead because, yeah, the first bit is basically just me waiting for people to come in. And I'm going to use that time to get me some coffee. So, let me see what I can do here. Where's the text, dude? I'm smart with OBS. Starting soon. Yep, the amazing generic starting soon thing. Alright. Anywho, be right back. We'll put on some RPG Maker music here before I go and get it. Ow! Alright. Be right back, Wild. We'll be ready in just a few minutes. Never mind. I am an idiot. Oh my gosh. All right. Oops. Son of a hooker. Oh, dude, this is a disaster. Okay, so basically use VS Code. I'll go over it again. VS Code is an IDE. Oh my gosh, I am so sorry about that. Anyway, VS Code is an IDE, and an IDE is basically a programming editor. I'm using, again, VS Code. If you're watching the VOD, make sure you have the live chat thing back on so you can get the link to VS Code. And yeah, so we're going to open our project folder by going to File, Open Folder, and you're going to, when you open your project folder, you'll see a JS folder. We're going to click that, click Plugins, and then right-click Plugins, and make a new file called learning.js, and that's what we're going to be doing here. Now, I'm going to be going over a bit of everything that I'm doing here, and then we'll add to it and such. So it's going to be a lot of fun. For starters, I guess I'll start with just the variable at the top. So we're going to make a variable that we're going to be using to call script commands. So make sure your plugin is enabled, by the way, in the plugin thing here. Now, if you go to an event and then you click on the third tab and select script, you can see you have like a little pop-up window thing here. That's what we're going to be using. We're going to be using that to run our code. And that's because I want to keep it like as compatible with MV as possible until now, for now. The plugin command section is vastly different in MZ than it is in MV. But yeah, I'm going to be teaching code. I'm going to be teaching the plugin command thing as well, but that'll be later. Right now, I want to make an introduction for everyone. You know, whether you have MZ or MV or both. And that's how we're going to do it. So we're going to make a variable, and we can do this by doing hold on. It sounds like some drama is about to go down. One lesson. Oh yeah, I got to do my Duolingo thing later as well. I'm learning Nihongo. Konnichiwa no sekai. Anyway, useful functions. All right, where was I? I got distracted. Okay, so we're gonna name a variable called myCode, and we're gonna set it equal to an object. All right, and the reason for that, as a matter of fact, you can even do a constant if you want, so that it can't change later on. You can name this anything, but I'm naming it myCode. And the reason we're creating an object is because we're going to add elements to it later. Now, the main code, we're going to be wrapping in what's called an IIFE, or an immediately invoked function execution. What that does is it kind of wraps your code and like protects it. So if you make a variable in here, var my thing equals 2, outside, you can't just say like my thing equals 5 instead. So it protects your variables, and it also helps prevent you from interacting with other variables. So I can actually do this, and now, even though it's the same variable name, the one created in here will be the one that's referenced, not the one outside. So that's why we want to have the myCode thing on the outside, so we can access it through the script section. But to make an IIFE, you do the parenthesis, and then you do an open and close parenthesis, arrow function, which is an equal sign, and then the greater than less than sign, and then curly brace. And at the very bottom, so let me show you how it should look. You should look like that, and then at the very bottom, you close it. You close the curly brace, and you close the parenthesis, that you had started, and then right there. You're going to want to do this all the time. So too long didn't read. What it does is it makes a function that calls itself immediately after being created. Basically initializing all this stuff all at once. So inside of that, we're going to kind of section our code off a little bit. And how we're going to do that is through commenting. You can see here, you can do it in any style you want, but 2 slashes make a comment. Slash and an asterisk ended by an asterisk and then slash, that will make a multi-line comment. Add another asterisk to it and you can have the stuff here, which I'll be going over in just a minute. So we're going to make a little section here called useful functions. So go ahead and type that if you're following along. Now we're going to make a function called getPlayer. And this will basically, too long didn't read, it's this right here. There we go. Okay. So what this basically does is we're scanning the current scene, which is scene manager._scene, and we're scanning its internal value called sprite set. The sprite set is the container that holds, well, all the sprites. And now that sprite set has its own container called character sprites. Capital letters are very important here, so make sure if you're typing this, like capital S for this. I'll show you how to find these as well in a minute. Yeah, so we're going to use a .find function, and that is going to take an argument, a function argument. So we're going to name it SPR for the reference, and then arrow, which is the equal thing like we did before, and then open curly braces. And then you want to close the curly brace and then close the parenthesis from the find function. Now, what this is doing is it's taking this array, like basically all of the character sprites that are on the field, and it's searching. So yeah, it sounds like drama's about to go down. I might have to end this early. We'll see. But anyway, so we're checking to see if the SPR._character. So if the character of that sprite is the game player, then we're returning it. And that's, yeah. I will pick this up later. It sounds like something is about to go